Williams Show.
Let's get started. It's time for... Yep. I hope that you, for those of you who were in yesterday, I hope you enjoyed our 4th of July presentation. That was not a rerun. I hope you had a very safe 4th of July with whatever you were doing. Did you see that woman trying to climb the Statue of Liberty? She got all the way up to her hemline and under the sole of her foot. How selfish. Well, she's a 44-year-old immigrant from Staten Island, and I get it when you want to protest. She was with a group, but she was the only one who broke full and climbed. Protesting, policies and things like that. Well, the tourists who came for the 4th of July to visit the Statue of Liberty, everybody was unable to go. Normally here in New York, we know that's the worst time to go to the statue. We always have time to go to the statue any other day. As a matter of fact, we might be the people who don't even go to the statue. We just... Like, you ride by it and you say, isn't that beautiful? I haven't been there since I was 10, I'm not climbing all those steps or whatever, but certainly is a majestic statue. And this woman was really, really selfish. So now she's gonna have to face the feds in terms of what she's done. And police over at, no, not please, I'm saying police. Listen, shout out to all the boys and girls in blue and everything like that, but on 4th of July, you got one job. The biggest job of the year, to protect the best city of the year. Everybody's out to get us. Why is it that nobody saw this woman doing all that climbing? And she apparently is some sort of aerobics instructor or whatever. That's a class I don't want to take. She's all hard on you to get muscles like her, but imagine her gym game. Strong. I just can't believe that she was able to do all that climbing, and I think that heads should roll regarding the police who police the... You have one job that one day. And then, we had the usual shenanigans over in Coney Island. Joey Chestnuts broke his own rule, or his own record, rather. 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes at Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. This is his 11th win. He eats healthy year-round, though, normally. A lot of fish and salad and things like that. Oh. Is he dateable? Why? Just because of that one day? That's a talent, though, putting all that in your mouth. I stayed in my house and minded my own business because I knew we had to work today, so it really wasn't like 4th of July. Plus, it was hot as hell outside. Who's going to somebody's backyard to sit in a folding chair when I could sit in my own house? And then I was thinking of having people over and, the daiquiris and things like that. But then I'm like, no, because you need a straw when you drink a daiquiri. And now because they're going to outlaw straws here in New York. Oh, yeah, you didn't hear about this? The straws are plastic and they're filling the landfills. So that's probably gonna be coming to a city near you. It actually makes perfect sense. And paper straws from back in the day just don't do the job. They sink in. So I am the straw hoarder at our house, literally. My sister visited a couple of weekends ago. And so we're in the kitchen, orange juice. And so I took out a straw for myself. She said, pass me a straw. I said, do you really want a straw? She said, why? Look at all the straws you have. I said, because they're about to be illegal. So she said, it's okay, I'll drink with no straw. I said, okay, good, thank you. Thank you. All right, so look. And Chance the Rapper got engaged to his longtime girlfriend. Her name is Kristen. It happened at the cookout. They've been dating for 4 years. They've got a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Kensley. You know, he's only 25. And normally I would say too young, but you know what? Together for 4 years, you already have your kid. He's got his career going on. This girl right here is the wind beneath his wings. So why not? Why not? You know, there's two kind of there are a bunch of different 25s, and apparently this one's gonna work out, I think, you know, their marriage and everything, whereas Ariana Grande is 25, and you ain't making it to the threshold, honey pie, or whatever. So her family now is saying that they are not happy that she's getting married to Pete Davidson. She's saying that they've only, you know, they're recounting what we have. You know, you date for a month and you get engaged. They were only dating for 2 weeks before he got those 2 tattoos honoring her. And now she's got a tattoo honoring him. Ariana's mother and brother are reportedly terrified that he's gonna break her heart. Well, is that her brother? They're afraid that he's using her name and her fame and her status. Gee, you think? She's worth $45 million, he's worth $2 million. I just. And the only, what a waste. He said, look, here's the thing. Just don't get pregnant. How about that? Can we just hold off not getting pregnant? If by chance you get married, just don't get pregnant right away. Can children have children? No matter how old she gets, she's always gonna look like a, you know. Do your children know, do your parents know you're pregnant? Anyway, even if they get a prenuptial degree, you know, ironclad, I still think it's wrong. I do think, though, that a minimum time of getting to know somebody, whether you want to continue on, is 3 months. You know what I mean? 3 months, you can fall in love in 3 months. You can even decide to move in after 3 months. But she doesn't know, like, does he snore hard? They haven't had their first Christmas. Is he scared of Christmas trees? Does he leave his underwear on the floor? I mean, just some real basic things. You think they'll get married? Clap if you do. And you're only clapping because it's hot as a dog outside and you want to be seen on TV. All right, in other dating news, Blac Chyna who parted ways with her 18-year-old boyfriend just the other week, has found herself, oh yeah, that's the first 18-year-old boyfriend. No, this is a 31-year-old mother of 2. Okay. Anyway, so now, but I don't know this boy, so maybe this is the best he can do. I don't know. But he's only 18, so give yourself a chance, but they're not together anymore. But she's moved on to 19-year-old. Oh, yes. His name is Devin Haney. He's a 19-year-old boxer. He's associated with Floyd Mayweather, and they say that his future in the fight game looks really, really bright, like money and fame and all that stuff, but he's 19. So she showed him off with some Instagram pictures so we know that it's happening. Because look, this is the car that Rob bought her. Damn, Rob. And you got a 19-year-old up there on the car that you bought You're, and the caption was, "Hi, babe." The thing about being a cougar is you don't start to be a cougar until you're like 40. And then even then you don't date. If teen is in any part of the age, you don't date them. But you don't start to be a cougar until you're like 40. And it's okay to me if a 40-year-old dates a 28-year-old or something like that. But this right here, like, what the hell? And if I were his parents, I would be so pissed. You know, because not for nothing, wouldn't you think that this would turn off some of his fans? Like, I don't know who he is, but Norman knows who he is.
Who? I do?
Devin, I thought you said you knew who he was.
No, I mean, I know what I read. Like, Floyd Mayweather says, like, he's, like, the next big thing. And I know he won a lot of, like, awards for boxing. But that's all I know. I'm not, like, I don't know, following.
Well, we know the most important thing, and that is that he's dating a grown woman with 2 kids. And 50 Cent gave his 2 cents on the relationship. Well, you know, Floyd and 50 go in and out of closeness. Anyway, so Floyd posted, "What the bleep she too advanced? Chyna will have this N-word somewhere getting high. LOL, no good. N-word, run." You know, if nobody else is gonna say it, I'm glad that 50 did. She could ruin his rising career. What if she gets pregnant? You know, because you know that's probably what she's gunning for. And also, just like, ew, he's with Chyna. Like, aren't you supposed to be with a nice girl from Spelman, a pre-med student or something like that? You're throwing your life away on a spinster? Then she's gonna be knocking on the windows while you're busy chasing after girls your own age. And if you know, and you know, Chyna's a very attractive girl, but a lot of girls have that body these days because plastic surgery is so cheap. Devin, I'm telling you, I agree with 50, run, run. So, the following story, I don't really care about doing, nor do I believe it, but I'll do it. Roseanne. Well, deal with it, because according to her, she may be coming back to TV. White privilege. You know, like when you're black and you do something screwed up, they bury you under the studio. Anyway, she says that she's received several job offers and is seriously considering one of them. I don't believe one word of that. I don't believe it. I don't believe you have job offers. I don't believe that people would be stupid enough to want to hire you at this particular point. You know, the sponsorship would be ridiculous. You know, you have, listen, you got a lot of money. Why don't you just sit down? And your comeback, I don't know what it would be. You've already tried the daytime talk show thing. That only worked out for a year. So what are you going to do? Fox News? Look. Also, you know, as you might have heard, or maybe you did, you know, ABC has the Roseanne spinoff coming back. It's in the fall. It's going to be called The Conners. It's going to focus on the rest of the family and will return, and Roseanne is out of the show. Like, she won't be getting profits off of it. And, yeah. Because the problem is, in the beginning, is that, you know, she owns a big piece of the show, so she'd be profiting off the show, and people didn't like that. So, allegedly, she's been paid off, and, by the way, I don't believe that part either. Here's what I believe. They gave her a little something to go away, but she'll be getting those residual checks, you know, once every 6 months, juicy ones on the low. And how are they going to get rid of Roseanne? I don't know. Well, didn't she have a pill problem on the show? So maybe she'll OD. But how do you bring sad into sitcoms? Like, I hate it. Would you watch the Connor spinoff? No. Okay, wait, you know what? Clap if you would. Okay. Well, it's gonna focus on Jackie and the rest of them. Look, it's a funny family. Please, somebody call Sandra Bernhard. I know that she's not a main, you don't like Sandy? Oh, she was good on that show. Just call her up and bring her in, and you guys can salvage what you can. Quite frankly, I don't think that the Connor spinoff is going to work either. I don't think people are going to forget. Roseanne is already stinking up the joint, unless the writers are really good, you know, and write her off good. Anyway, Roseanne recently broke down to her friend, Rabbi Shmuley. He's got a podcast. And she broke down and said she did not know that Valerie Jarrett was Black. Well, just take a look and listen, and then we'll discuss.
I didn't mean what they think I meant, and that's what's so painful. But I have to face that I definitely feel remorse. And I never would have wittingly called any Black person say they are a monkey. I never would do that, and I didn't do that. I have loved ones who are African American. I just can't stand it. I horribly regret it. Are you kidding? I've lost everything, and I regretted it before I lost everything. And I said to God, I am willing to accept whatever consequences this brings, because I know I've done wrong.
Wah, wah, wah. Didn't she call a Black person a gorilla years ago?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you all remember that? Then you are my people. Look, Roseanne. You get yourself one of those podcasts like everybody else, and so if people want to listen to you and hear what you have to say, then they can tune in, but otherwise, you're not coming back to TV. You're not. So yesterday there was a lot of activity on my Instagram and site and YouTube and whatnot. People were up in arms about the future of Future's baby's mother and Future. Okay, so Future, as you know, is having his 5th baby with his 5th baby's mother. Yeah, well, yeah, this all came out yesterday on Hot Topics. And there she is. Well, her name is Joy, and she and Future are not together. The baby is a oops. Like, there was nothing involved other than 2 nights of passion. Is this the one?
No, that's not the one. They spent some time together,
Oh.
They dated a while, but then they split up, and
Okay.
then suddenly she's pregnant.
She's an Instagram model or something like that?
Yeah.
She's got one of those bodies. Oh, no, not quite. That's very tasteful. Yeah. A lot of girls really overdo it, you know what I mean? That's a good one. Well, look, Joy. So Joy was outed for sending a message, and this is what we talked about yesterday, about Future and her relationship, and basically saying that, you know, there are other girls, maybe, but I'm his queen, and we will be the ones getting married. Then he goes on to call his 4 other kids disgusting mistakes. Yeah, on the social media. So now she's claiming that she never sent those messages and that someone's trying to destroy her reputation. I don't believe that. I believe that you meant to send the messages, and sometimes when things get all over the internet and then land on Hot Topics, they become a little bit bigger, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've really messed this up. Future probably called her, and the conversation started with the B word, bitch. What you doing? And you know, Joy, if you really want to get to the bottom of this, then what you would do is get the police involved. Because as far as hacking goes, I don't know, isn't there some sort of trail? If you really wanted to put effort into it, get the trail to the blogger that you were alleged to have called and said, put this out there about me in Future. Put this out there about, because that's what she did, allegedly. You know? So, I don't believe it. So she puts up this wah, wah, wah message. It was up there for a short period of time. Look, wah, 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 wah. I didn't mean to do it. No kids are disgusting. Wah, wah, wah. And it was only up there for a moment, and then she took it down. I don't know. Too many kids, though, Future. Yeah, I was thinking, it's like, you know, you gotta have some quality family time with your kids. And it's impossible for me to believe that anybody who has 5 kids and 5 babies' mother has quality time with the kids. And that doesn't mean have them all at your house at one time. You have to get to know them individually, which means a fishing trip for Johnny, you know, enrollment in ballet for little Lisa, and, you know, princess parties and things like that. And it's just, I don't care how much money you have, like 5 kids and 5 babies. You all, part of the demise of this society is that the family unit is a mess. It's a mess. You know, like people who are getting it right, Steph and Aisha Curry. That's a cute family. Yeah. They're welcoming their 3rd child. Or they welcomed their 3rd child, a baby boy named Cannon. Yeah, with 1 N. And so now they already have Riley, who you know is the star of that commercial, so cute. Her father's racing on the track and Riley's there. Her eyes are so pretty. And then they have Ryan, who's 3. And then Aisha has a big mouth. She'll tell you about yourself on one hand. And on the other hand, she's got a cooking situation on one of the cooking networks. And then he plays the ball. Just like a perfect family. You know what I mean? We need more of that. In the meantime, we've got more great show for you, everybody. It's very funny. Nicole Byer is here. And we've got celebrity lookalikes. That's next. So grab a snack and come on back.